I guess the thing I think of with this game is that it's going to help you prepare for FC Cincinnati because you're probably going to see the same kind of thing. But just talk about what you encountered tonight.
Yeah, it was. I think the team did well. It was a tough formation and team to play against when they are so deep. It's important that you get the first goal. Then it's very hard for them to go from defense to offense. And for us, then it's going to be more space, and I think it's going to be more than 1-0. But we didn't take our chances in the first half. We had 2-3 very big chances, and we should have a goal from that. We didn't do that, and then always it's dangerous to get one counter-attack. You get a little bit impatient, or you lose discipline and concentration for a while, and then they get your chance and score. But they didn't do that, so the job was really, really good done of the boys. That they kept it going 90 minutes in the way they did. And as I said, we can of course create more, but it's not easy away with a team with the 10 players inside the box. But we had our chances, so if I'd taken them, then I think the game will be totally different. So we get a point. We feel that we are lost too, but again, they had no chance to get 3, and that's a positive thing.
Ryan, go ahead.
Hey, Ronny. I'm wondering, you have some options in attack opposite Alex now that Alex is kind of sliding into that wing between Jesus and Gary and Matrita. What goes into that decision on who gets that final spot in the 11, and what made Jesus the choice tonight?
I think Jesus has been good the whole season, so he deserved to get that spot, and he did a good job today as well. He got a little bit tired in the end and do some technical mistake that he normally don't do. Then we took him off and put on Gary, who was good last game. So for me, it's you have to see the whole performance. It's one thing is about creating, another thing is about when we lose the ball, how many times we win the ball back, how good our pressure are, how high up in the pitch we win the ball over and over again. They didn't have anything, and that's because we are so committed, everybody, and we work so hard together. And then it's about taking your chances. You do that, you win the game. And that's a top team you're watching now. It's a team that defend good, and then of course we need to create more. But I have options on the bench as well, and that's really good. So today, Issy, Tati, come on. And Gary, and also we had the goodie on the pitch, so I'm happy. We are a little bit sad that we don't get 3, but at the same time it's tough to play against a team that has 10 players in the box.
Roberto.
Hi, Ronny. Today was a historic game. You outshot them 19-0, but it's the first time in the history of MLS where a team has no shots at all and still manages to get a point. Have you ever been involved in a game like that in your career?
I don't know. I have been involved in some games that we have been very dominant, but you always feel that they're going to get one chance or one shot, and you're like, they're going to score on that, especially when it goes to the end of the game. But we kept them away all the time, so that's a really good performance defensively today. So again, when you have 19 shots, you need to put that ball in the net one time. But if you keep on winning 19-0, I think we're going to win some games after some time.
Thank you, Ronny.
Trey, go ahead.
Yeah, Ronny, almost along the same lines. Obviously, this couldn't have gone any better in terms of everything but the scoreline. 19 shots to 0. You all had 70% of the possession, 26 crosses to 4, 9 corners to 0. So obviously it was a complete performance by the boys. Do you really think it is, I just want to be super clear, is it really just the guys weren't finishing those chances? Or is there anything you do see that could turn those missed chances into something more productive, some more goals? Or is it really just an unlucky game and you'll build off the positivity that was here?
That's a very difficult answer to question
Yeah,
to
I'm
answer.
sorry, it
It's
is
like
difficult.
it's like we have players that score goals. So it's but today the chance to Kitten is like, of course, it's an open goal almost. So it's something that if you're gonna win these games, you have to put those chances, and then the game is totally different. So again, my job or our job is to keep them the other team away from the goal, and it's about getting into the last third as much as possible. And on the last third of pitch you need creativity, and you need to finish off the chances when you get them. And we train on that all the time. When you are in these sort of situations all the time, you will get better also. So it's one thing is about that we didn't win the game, but also it's say something about our quality when opponent at home go out in 4-5-4-1 and just defend. That says something about the respect they have for us, and that's because we have played good games now lately. So I think we're gonna meet more teams like this. So and I want to do it. It's fantastic, much better to be on their half than sitting on our own half. So it's we just need to work on opening up the last third of the pitch, and that will come. You know, it's and we did that today. But you can't expect to have 10, 15 goal chances when you have to go through a wall in front of the goal. That's the stuff. We have 4 or 5 really big ones saved on the line, and it's for me the goal we scores as well. How he can make a hands on that, it's not possible. And it was good play, and Gary puts it in the corner. So and it's a penalty situation in the first half as well. It's a hands. So, but maybe we had that's a problem with the hands rule. There's different opinions about how it is all the time. But he stops the cross with his hand. So, but we will get penalties, I'm sure, and we're going to get goals also if we keep on being 70% of the game in 50% of the game in the last third of the pitch.
Thank you.
John,
Hey, Ronny. So let's talk about Alexandru Mitrovica again. DC United made clear from the opening whistle that they were going to keep 10 men behind the ball, but one of your attacking DPs didn't see the field. Are you happy with that choice, and why?
Yes, this is about what we thought was the right one in this game, and we have many good wingers, but we have Issy and Gary as well has done really good, and Issy is back from injury, so we was choosing those 2 tonight, and we had 2 others in the start lineup. So it's about using the chances when you get it.
Michael Lander,
Ronny, late in the game, Ben Olsen brought on Higuain, and that's the type of player that can really unlock a defense with 1 or 2 passes. Do you think that was a key move to keeping you from maybe being a little more aggressive in that last 10 minutes where you might have maybe pushed an extra player into the attack?
We did the same things through the 90 minutes defensively. We were quite offensive in that way. We stay high with the line all the time. Kamara was always going chasing in behind, and then when Higuain come on, of course, we saw that we could open up more, but we didn't do that, and we didn't give them anything. So I think that's because we have short distances in the team. We are doing our tasks, and we have individual quality. It's not many players that scares me or on anybody else in this team when we are playing like this. We need just to do our task, and we should have switched the play a little bit more. We stopped moving the ball as quick we did in the first half, and also some periods in the second half. Then you don't get overload on the sides. So we went a lot into the center. So we could have moved the ball quicker in the last 20 minutes.
Glenn, did you want to ask a question?
Sorry, I didn't unmute. Ronnie, just back to the handball for a moment, and I know you're not going to lament on this too much. Nonetheless, replays indicated, it was pretty clear that at least you would think that the referee would go to the monitor. Is that what surprised you? Do you get any sort of explanation from the fourth official while all this is happening?
No, I didn't do that. So, but I think that's one thing. But the second situation is also it's strange for me. It's like let it go then and then go afterwards and see. So that's what you do in the offside rules all the time. You have 50-meter sprint and then you see look afterwards if it's offside or not. So why do we have cameras if we don't use it? So, but done is done. The performance, I'm happy with the boys, the commitment, the hard work they did, and we should have killed the game early in the game, but we didn't do it.
Thank you.
Okay. Last one, John.
When you saw how defensive DC's game plan was, what adjustments did you make early on, and do you feel like they were effective in creating chances?
So we knew exactly what they're going to do before the game. So we wanted the two wingers to come in between the lines. We wanted them Maxi to stay between the two sixes. We wanted the two central midfielders to stay as high as possible. And we want wingers to bomb on. Then you have two players left standing behind. And if you don't react and not close together, then you will get big problems in the other way. So you can't put more players in front of the ball than we did. It's more about how good we were when we lost it. We went straight back again. We didn't give them anything. And as I said, when you create 5 big chances against a team that is low all the time, you win the game 8 out of 10 times. But today was one of those 2.